Half-Life is one of those games. When people talk about it, they give it an air of prestige and honour, and so they should. Half-Life, along with other early games of the FPS genre, such as Quake and Doom, were the founding fathers of the modern-day FPS. Half-Life's gold source engine, which was based on Quake's engine, leading to titles such as the original Counter-Strike and Team Fortress 1. This game was Valve Software's first title and propelled them into the position they see themselves in now, as arguably the biggest hardware company in the industry. Let's start with the story. Gordon Freeman is a scientist at the Black Mesa research facility, and one day everything goes horribly wrong, so he has to go to space to kick his baby's head off so he can get a job with that suit guy who keeps following him around. Now, let's talk about the gameplay. I played the game on medium because I'm a medium quality gamer, and it still sent me packing quite a few times. In some sections you just do not have enough health to do anything yet, as necessity is the mother of invention. You learn the best ways to progress. The most efficient way is to kill enemies and move around. Perhaps there's a different path you can take. Or maybe you need to backtrack so you can get some more health. This game is the most challenging game ever made. There are some sections that seem to pit you against an insurmountable number of enemies. Speaking of enemies, they don't just get hit once or twice and then fall over. You can unload multiple clips into some enemies and they'll still be ready to rumble. There is a minor annoyance to players who are always on the move like me to be found in the form of loading zones. These zones between areas take a few seconds or less to load, but are a lot better than as recent as 3 years prior to Half-Life's release, where games, in particular MS-DOS games, had to be loaded with different sections on different discs. Half-Life is visually hit or miss. Sometimes the game shows you these awesome alien landmasses, whereas more terrestrial things end up looking like Marble Blast Gold. Everything is very polygonized and shows the game's age. The audio, however, makes the best out of a bad situation. The quality of the audio from voice lines is stunning in the era of
I should have known those alien maggots booby-trapped the sub.
As well as that, the music really puts you in the mood to shoot some aliens and soldiers indiscriminately. If I had to make a final recommendation, I'd say skip Half-Life and just play Black Mesa, which is a fan-made project to recreate Half-Life in Half-Life 2's source engine. As well as going much further graphically, it stays mostly true to the source material, only changing parts to improve the experience. One downside of this version is that it is shorter than Half-Life, as at time of release, the game ends at the portal into the alien world Zen. However, the Zen portion of Black Mesa is very close to release. But this review is about Half-Life, so I'm going to give Half-Life a 3 out of 5. Everything is very polygonized. Polygonized? One of those. Polygonized. 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 Everything is very polygonized.